been upset with God this week, and it's probably been the most I've been upset with God in my entire life. I even found myself cussing at God. So this is not the type of video that I'm going to give you an inspirational speech at the end, and music is going to play, and we're going to sing Kumbaya. This is a real video talking about real things. The journey of being a Christian is not always worship music and crying and praying. There's times that I've been feeling this week very disconnected from God, very upset with God, very angry with God. Watching other people around me flourish, watching other people around me attain goals that I've been working my entire life. I've even been more frustrated with, I felt that God told me something in my spirit last year, and I was pursuing it and I was going after it, and I felt like I was getting close, and then it was taken away from me. I felt foolish and I felt stupid. I don't like continuing to get close to what I want and it being ripped away from me. That just seems like the story of my entire life. I've gotten so close to things that I dreamed about my entire life for only it to get taken away from me. Things that I worked so hard to get has always seemed like it's just out of reach. Things that I desired my whole life, even after I've gotten them, have been taken away from me. I feel like my life has been a video game and I'm set to lose. And every time. It is extremely frustrating to be a person like me that's very creative, that's very genuine, that's very loving, that pours my heart out. And no matter how many times I've been knocked down, I continue to see the good in life and people and in things. In this season of my life, I've been very loyal to God. I've been very faithful, and I will continue to be faithful despite how I feel. But I've been, if I do say so myself, I feel very good. And not to say that we serve God for a reward system, but we do live in a world where you expect to get some of the things that you desire. It to me, it keeps you going. And for 17 years of my life, I've been chasing that dream. And it's been extremely frustrating to continue to chase something and go back to the drawing board and go to God and say, hey, if I'm doing it wrong, what do I need to do? And you see everybody around you and on social media flourishing in something you put so much time and effort into doing. And even with that, you have a positive attitude because you have the hope and faith that one day that your dreams will come true. Your 20s go. You're almost out of your 30s. And you're still hoping, holding on, but now you're starting to lose hope because by the time, if you get it, will I even desire it anymore? Because will I be able to enjoy something that I wanted in my youth? Things that I truly desired has come and passed. I will never get the opportunity to have that relationship with this person or to bond this. And that sucks. My whole life, I have been through some traumatic things, but I only saw the light of, hey, I'm never going to be what the world is trying to make me be because of the things that I've been through. I'm going to always be positive. I'm going to always do the best I can. I'm going to be the best father I can. I'm going to be the best husband I can. I'm going to be the best, worshiper I can. I'm going to be the best Christian I can. I'm going to be the best I can because there's already enough evil in the world. And that has gotten me nowhere in life. If I probably would have been the opposite of that in my entire life, I probably would have had relationships that was so easily, they left so easily, or it didn't work out, or I probably would have had bonds. I probably would have been exactly where I wanted to be in my career. And that's the hard part. It's frustrating waking up every single day and trying to be positive, but your life doesn't look like what you want it to be. And then we have this concept of, well, just be grateful. It could be worse. We've heard that in our entire life, and that's true. But if I could do better and if I can achieve better, and that's where my heart is, then that's where I'm going to be happy. I've tried to bury my dreams. I've tried to humble myself. I've even walked away from my career because I felt that God told me to. 15-year career, in fact. 3 books, in fact. 3 YouTube channels. 3 TikToks. Business ventures I poured all my income into. Movies and sitcoms and stuff like that. Music. And I'm always, it seems like coming up short. Then the one time that I actually get viral, it was from talking about sex. Something that was taught to me when I was very young, and being in a relationship I got good at, but nothing I wanted to be famous for, nothing I wanted to be known for. I rode that wave until I gave all I got, and then I wanted to talk about things that was actually going to help people change their lives. And then my account was taken away. In a blink of an eye, something I had worked so hard for, one day I had maybe a couple hundred followers to the next day 40,000 followers on TikTok. The deals started coming, the money started coming, and I thought it was up. So again, walking away from this career in 2023, God told me, I felt like He told me to walk away. And so on now I'm building from the ground up. Do you know how many times that I built from the ground up? Do you know how many times I had to literally start all over from outside being homeless to building to getting to normal so I can build on top of that, so I can build a dream, being delusional, to believe in myself, to be say that, hey, I'm different, I'm going to achieve? Do you know how crazy you have to be to constantly keep taking L's? I've been going after success since I was 16 years old. I started a business at 16 years old. You can Google it. Antoine Robinson, Seattle Times. I was in the newspaper for starting a startup big company, and that business was actually taken away from me. I don't even want to get into that, but then comedy came, and I found out I was extremely good at that. And that opened up all these doors. And I lost everything every time. Pursuing a dream that I felt that it was going to change my life, even if I tried to do normal, I tried to work regular jobs, it didn't work out. My personality and who I am don't fit into that box. There was this book that I read 20 years ago, and it says that because of my personality, I only get along with 20% of the population because I'm multidimensional. And what that means is I can meet most people where they're at. So I can meet you if you're depressed. I can meet you if you're sad. I can meet you at business. I can meet you at doctor. I can meet you where you're at, but most people can't meet me where I am. I'm the person in your friend group that I don't talk about it. I do it. I'm going to put the effort and the time and the energy into something, especially if I believe in it, because I want to see the outcome. I want to be different. I want to achieve. Sitting around drinking and smoking don't do it for me. That's not fun. That's not life. Traveling the world, learning about different cultures, that's fun. That's life. Bringing the information back and teaching people, elevating people, that's fun. Talking about God, that's fun. That's life. Trying different foods, being surrounded by like-minded people, that's fun to me. That's life. I'm so creative. You just live in a world that is like, if you don't have this quick, not negative conversation, then you're dismissed. Just like that. But of actually doing the work, the information that I got to help people to do the work, you know what I mean, and to elevate, very, very, very few in between listen to that. You should hear the conversations I have. Most of the time, I'm ignored. Most of the time, people don't listen. They'll talk in circles, and I can actually give you the solution of what it's so crazy how many people lie to themselves. How many people are like narcissistic and just self-centered and don't really want to fix the problem. When you give them the solution, they throw it out the window. So you really don't want to, you just want to complain, but you don't want to fix the problem. So many people are delusional in the wrong way to be delusional. You can be delusional, but at least be delusional and wanting to be successful. Be delusional and wanting to achieve. Be delusional and to believing in yourself, but not just straight up delusion. So many people don't even want to put the work in themselves. Go see a therapist, read the Bible, do some push-ups, eat healthy. They rather lie and manipulate and self-medicate. I get extremely frustrated. I get extremely frustrated because it's like I'm walking and living in a world that I'm completely, and one of the scriptures in the Bible that you are no part of the world just as not I am no part of the world. I really feel that way. Conversations that I have, people don't listen or resonate. Talk about the Bible, but if I have a drink and I lower my standards and I start cursing and I put a blunt in my mouth, hey, I'm cool as all get out. And this is life. And we live in a world, unless you have money, unless you have fruit, then I'll listen, I'll pretend or something. I constantly get extremely frustrated because where I picture my life is not where my life is at the moment. And that's frustrating. As a matter of fact, that's more than frustrating. That's literally insane to me. It's like I'm waking up every day in a bad dream that I can't escape from. So yeah, I've been mad at God. What is that? So what I'm going to do, Antoine, what are you going to do because you're mad at God? I'm not going to do anything but continue to serve God, because even if nothing gets better, it's way better than what I came from. I had drama in my life due to the decisions that I was making. I had addictions in my life. I had stresses in my life. I didn't have peace. I had chaos. At least with God, that stuff doesn't exist. And at least now I have God. Today, before making this video, I had an anxiety attack. I was stressed out. I felt as if I was living the life that I was living in the past. And I wasn't doing any of those things. And I felt that way. And I'm like, God, where are you? And God did give me his peace. And that's why I was able to make this video. Just this week, God put something in my heart, or he put something in my heart last year, and I followed through with it, and I got shut down. So now I'm asking God, why did you put that in my heart? Why would you play with me like that? I'm frustrated. I actually thought that I was going to get a break as far as, whatever he told me, just to find out that the door that I thought he was opening for me was shut in my face. I felt humiliated. I felt stupid. I felt less than. Today was hard waking up. But I still had to be a father. I still had to be a friend. I still had to be a disciple. It wasn't easy. I still had to fight my own addictions, my own stress, my own sadness. I still forced myself to read the Bible, even though I still forced myself to pray, be positive, make the right decisions. And I don't know what this season is about, because I already told God I'm locked in. So whether I get what I desire or I don't, I'm still going to be faithful. I might have an attitude, but ain't nothing to go back to. So what I've been praying for now is, God, if I got it wrong, if there's something in my heart that needs to be corrected, if there's something in my heart that if I'm doing wrong or whatever, please correct it for me. Please help me. Please help me see clearly. So like I said at the beginning of this video, this video was not a video for it to have the music at the end and we have a kumbaya. This is not one of those videos. It's straight up real. It's straight up what you go through as a Christian walk. And I feel like I'm in my Noah walk. I've been in my Job, but now I feel like I'm my Noah, where I feel like God maybe has put in my spirit thing, but it don't look like it. It don't feel like it. It's like God, like it's like you'll be there, but then you get ghosts. And I know there's 8 billion people in the world, but it can feel tough and abandoned. It feels lonely. So I guess if I'm going to put any type of positive spin on this video, because I don't like having negative conversations or conversations with not having a good outcome or, pointing to good, is that I guess and your Christian walk is not going to look like what you want it to look like. And maybe you ain't going to get the results that you wanted to get or whatever. But I guess the true test is, do you really love God whether that stuff happens or not? Are you still going to be loyal to God whether that stuff happens or not? And do you truly understand the definition of storing up your riches in heaven rather than on earth? Because that's what really matters. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Continue your walk. Much love.